Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Instant Family. I have to admit, I am excited. I waited, it came out on Tuesday, and I was tempted to watch it on Tuesday, but then I realized I'll have nothing on the weekend because nothing else comes out after Tuesday, and I think this could be a good one. It has Mark Wahlberg in it. It has 7.5 on IMDb. It has Rose Byrne in it, and Octavia Spencer is in it. But it's about them, Rose Byrne and Mark Wahlberg, who end up fostering 3 children, and it turns their lives upside down. I don't know. But 7.5 on IMDb, I think it's going to be pretty good. So I'll get into it. It's an hour and 58 minutes long, so hopefully it's an hour and 58 minutes of laughter. And but I'll check it out, check in from time to time, give you a better idea of what the plot is really about, and tell you what I think. So stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Instant Family, and it's a 50-minute, 19-second mark. Nothing really to expand upon this plot line as much as I thought there would be. It's really Rose Byrne and Mark Wahlberg are married without kids, and they decide to adopt, whatever reason. There's plenty of reasons throughout the movie. You don't need all that detail. But they end up adopting 3 children. They're a family, so they don't split them up. They take them all. From the 15-year-old, and then there's like down to a toddler. So 3 of them there, and of course in the beginning everything is wonderful. They're through the honeymoon stage, and now it's getting a little bit harder. The kids are showing their true colors of how they've been impacted about being raised in a foster family essentially, and it becomes more and more difficult. So that's what you're seeing at this point. No surprises there. But throughout the first 50 minutes, I laughed out loud a couple of times. There was one point that they did this really emotional thing that makes everybody a little bit sad, and then they followed it up with what made me laugh. So I wasn't sure if my tears were from laughter or from the sad story. It caught me pretty good, and there was a couple times I really, laughing out loud. So that's, I think, is a great thing about this movie. I can see why it's 7.5. It's now, can they continue? Because usually these movies, they start out like this and they're real funny, and then it gets to the, okay, we got to finish this plot, and it loses its momentum and is not as funny anymore. But so far so good. I love Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, he's always been fantastic as soon as he got into comedy, and they play well together. Him and Rose Byrne, I think they have good chemistry. They have good chemistry as a marriage, but I think as actors as well. So it's so far so good. I'm enjoying it. I'll get back to it. Like I said, there's not much more to the plot. I don't think that's the important thing. The important thing is how much we're gonna laugh. So let me get back and see how much more I laugh, and I'll let you know at the end. All right, stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Instant Family, and it was still a really good movie. One real quick fact I wanted to share with you. There's this the girl who is the 15-year-old, Isabela Moner, M-O-N-E-R, so Moner. She plays the 15-year-old who's kind of rebellious in this, and I was looking at her because she actually sings at the end, not in the movie. She sings in the final credits, and they show her singing. I'm like, oh wow, let me look into, she was on Broadway. Like, let me look at her career because I don't think I recognize her. But then you check it out, and she was in Sigaro, the second one. And she was the girl in that. I didn't put that together, but more importantly, she was in the same Transformer. I think she was the girl in the Transformer with Mark Wahlberg. So they have a little bit of a history together from Transformers into this movie. So I just found that interesting. I thought I'd share that. As far as the movie goes, what I thought was going to happen was going to happen. So the movie was excellent and funny for most of it. Then they get into the part where they start to be having hard time with the children that they're fostering, which is natural, and you understand that part of it, and they got to overcome that. But then, of course, comes the part: are they going to be able to adopt him or not? They build this bond, and the mother comes back, and are they going to go with the mother? Or are they going to stay with Marky Mark and Rose Byrne? So that's the whole. What's going to happen. That's the whole mystery behind everything and what you want to see. So that builds up, which is great. There's a lot of funny moments, but once it gets into that, you start to lose the laugh out loud moments, because now it's more of a emotional type film where there's a little bit more maybe tears, or you could see things happen, you start feeling bad with certain situations and things like that as the plot moves on, and that happens all the times with these kinds of movies. Fortunately enough, I think that there's enough laughter in the beginning, and there's still more laughter as we go towards the conclusion of the movie. It's just not as apparent as in the beginning, because it's all laughs. Now it's like laughs mixed in with a little bit of a, ooh, what's going to happen, and tears, all that kind of stuff. So that's where I came out of this one. It's hard to maintain the laugh out loud, and when you have a plot that you have to finish, right? In a movie like this. But some other things to pull out of this movie that I think is interesting, as I mentioned, the two of them, the couple, they had no kids. And they are actually in a position, as they foster these children, to not adopt them if they don't want to. So they get a little try it before you buy it. As his parents are thinking, that would have been neat. They adopted, well, they didn't adopt them, they foster these kids and they raise them for a while. And then they actually have the opportunity to say, no, we don't want to adopt them. It would probably look bad. Or encourage them to go back with their mother. There's a scene where they're at home alone and it's quiet, and they can go back to doing what they used to do if they wanted to. So I found that interesting and intriguing. But it builds a dilemma, I think, that is kind of maybe a little bit of a subplot of this film if you look into it that much. But I don't think this film is meant to have that much thought behind it. I think there's more fun with a little bit of emotion to it. So anyway, I'm laboring on, and you're probably crying now because I've talked long enough, but if you like Mark Wahlberg, you have to watch it. It's required. And I do think it's worth it. I think there's enough funny parts. Like I said, I was laughing out loud, choked one time that I was laughing. So I definitely think you have to watch this film. Be prepared. Might be a little bit of a tearjerker for those of you who get emotional over these types of movies. And check it out. Let me know what you think. I think there's enough there. Definitely watch it. I'm going to probably give it a 7. I don't think it's an 8. But worth watching. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel. And thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.